Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome back. And if you're new, welcome. I'm Michele, and this is Soul Insights in Tarot. This reading, we're going to look at where will you thrive. I did a poll in my Patreon Soul Path Awakening community and Soul Study group, and this was one of the readings that got really high numbers to do a reading. So I'm going to be doing some of those over the next couple of weeks that pulled really high. Some of those will be on relationships. Anyway, different readings. But this one is where will you thrive, or where are you meant to thrive? So I'm really excited to do this reading. I've already been tuning in and getting messages, channeled messages for you. So we'll see what the Oracle and Tarot cards also reveal. So we're going to get pretty specific depending on what comes through from Spirit. All right, Radiant Soul, this is Soul Story number 1, number 2, and number 3. And for number 1, you have the pineapple crystal. This is also a cathedral crystal due to the shape. And you've got Door to Spirit. Okay, there's other cards. I don't know what other cards are there. These are the guide cards. Soul Story number 2, you have the Citrine cluster. And I thank all the Patreon people, part of the community, for suggesting this reading. You got the Sun card and other cards. And I'll be pulling other cards on camera. I like to do that. I'd like to bring you in the reading to set it up with me. And Soul Story number 3. And you have, what do you have? Aragonite. Okay, some of you know I love my crystal family. They are crystal allies. They bring an energy. They are alive, and they help tap us into the crystalline grid, as well as share information. Soul Story number 1, number 2, number 3. All right, Soul Light. So I'm connecting in. If you want to connect in with me and tune in a bit and align into the soul frequency through the Akashic plane, I'm going to get into that etheric, astral Akashic, or you can skip ahead to the time stamps. All right, so let's connect in. And bringing the awareness into the 6th chakra, third eye focus, connecting in there for insight and awareness. Bringing your awareness about 2 to 3 inches inward in the 6th chakra. And taking a deeper breath in as you breathe out, draw that out breath down through the center of the body, out through the chakras, the soles of the feet, anchoring in through the Earth Star chakra. Breathing in through the Earth Star chakra, bringing your awareness a foot to 2 feet, 3 feet above the crown chakra, connecting in through the higher self, extending, expanding in through the soul star chakra, breathing in and in, another breath in, breathe in, and consciously breathing out. Now this time in your own pace pattern, allow the breath to just be natural as you breathe out, but bring your conscious awareness to that in-breath and out-breath as you center inside. So you're in your own pace, pattern, rhythm, and flow, breathing up into the vibrational frequency of the higher self, extending, expanding into the soul. And then breathing out, drawing the breath down through the center of the body and letting the denser frequency of you open. Feel an opening to all that you are, all that is unfolding for you through infinite source energies, God consciousness as you coming through the soul, connecting in with your soul design, your soul blueprint, knowing that all the inside information is inside you, connecting in through your inner knowing. As you breathe out, feel that grounding, healing light energy through infinite source energies as you pulsating through you, in through the Earth Star chakra, extending, expanding through the earth, connecting into the earth. Feel your connection. It is safe for you to express and experience on this earth plane. Feels good to express and experience on this earth. You are divinely guided. And then when you're ready, bring your awareness back to that space right there in the forehead, 6th chakra, 3rd eye focus for clarity, clear vision, clear messages for you. Hello, love. Wow, what a beautiful aura as I'm connecting in through you. Great to connect with you here. If you're new, hi, I'm Michele. Okay, let's see. Let us connect in. Well, you've got the pineapple quartz here. Door to Spirit, which is interesting because pineapple quartz or cathedral quartz does connect you into the spirit or spirit realm for more expression on a spiritual level. So soul expression, creative expression. It can definitely connect you into creativity and also a bit of a remover of obstacles as well. Brings in happiness also. So that pineapple quartz energy can bring in kind of a rejuvenation energy also. Let's see if any messages that it has for you. I just heard it's time. So where will you thrive? It's time for you to thrive more. That's one of the message I'm getting for you. So you've got Door to Spirit, Cornucopia, 1st chakra, Archangel Michael. Well, you thrive when you're focused on manifestation and also focusing on abundance. When you look at the abundance that you have in your life, then you're going to thrive. You're going to feel a sense of, I just heard where you feel like you belong. When you belong, when you connect into nature, your true nature, and you connect into nature around you, this could be trees and such, then you feel like I'm abundant. I have enough. So that is part of your thriving, Door to Spirit. So connecting you, anything that has to do with spiritual path, the spiritual plane, connecting in with your spiritual essence. But that 1st chakra also has to do a lot with creating something, focusing on your creativity or making something better or more interesting. Some of you really thrive also with joining in with others, or maybe even, you know, cooking or creating some kind of environment for people to gather. You're definitely here to take some kind of dream, goal, or idea and manifest from it. Let's put these here. So this is not about living just in the spirit realm. This is literally bringing heaven on earth, right? This is literally taking whatever your messages you're getting from the dream state or from spirit. Let's put this here. And manifesting and creating. Now, we have the energy I'm leaving here, the Aries energy. Let's see what this message is. A fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. So for this, where you thrive, you need to connect more into that Aries nature of you, right? For some of you, it could be the Emperor. For others of you, this has to do with you. Where will you thrive? And where you thrive is where you actually feel better, where you feel more abundant, where you feel more fulfilled. So it's really important for this group to not just have your head in the clouds or just be focused on, you know, escapism or the spiritual essence of you or aspect of you or your spiritual path or spiritual focus or spiritual principles. All of that is great for you, but you're really meant to ground what you learn, take what you learn, apply it in your everyday living and life. Now, for some of you, this could even be in a job, in a career, at the office. It's like you're meant to take these principles, these spiritual principles, even your intuition, you know, your inner knowing, and use it in your everyday life. You're here really to anchor this spiritual perspective, this spiritual aspect of you, the spiritual principles, your spiritual practice. It's not meant to be separate for you. You need. This is like everyday living. This is like, reminds me of my meditation book, Meditation for Everyday Living. This is about everyday living and seeing and feeling the abundance of everyday living. Now, this group, you will also thrive by using your spiritual practice or meditation or visualization or whatever you deem spiritual for you, or spirituality or spiritual practice. You can use that to create, to manifest, to bring in abundance, and also mainly to recognize the abundance you have already and align to the abundance. Now, I also am hearing for some of you that there's a healing taking place, or rebalancing, or healing some misconceptions or beliefs or mental constructs around abundance and finance and living more abundantly and more fulfilled, so that you can experience more of this abundance on the earth plane. So you thrive in areas where, whether it's creativity, creating something new, gathering with others to create, to manifest, that brings you a lot of abundance. For some of you, it's also making the less ideal more ideal. So making things better, that can be something also for you with that first chakra energy, the Archangel Michael. And also in leadership, maybe as a spiritual teacher, or, a life coach, or weaving in your spirituality, or seeing below or underneath the surface of things, and maybe helping others. So you can thrive in, weaving in your inner knowing or intuition in whatever it is that you're doing, whether that's going to be your vocation, avocation, your career, whether you're doing that for a monetary exchange for money, you can do that for money. Or if it doesn't matter where or how you're working, you need to bring in this part of you, and that taps you into this abundance. You just feel more abundant, and you will receive more. Oh yeah, see, what did I say? Seeing beyond. Okay, here we go. This wanted to come out too. Oh, that's in another deck. So that was interesting. Fire red. I guess I'm going to use this. Light and shadow. Okay, so let's see. So light. So this is all about you. Where will you thrive? Where do you thrive? How do you thrive? What brings that whole idea of thriving? Well, you've got to use your spirituality. So for you, it's going within. It's meditating, seeing beyond. Oh, it's interesting. We did the third eye focus for this meditation. You're going to thrive wherever there has to do with using your intuition, your psychic ability, with whatever that you're doing, whatever problem solving, creative solutions, becoming more telepathic, really focusing on spirit and spirituality, developing faith, connecting into your own intuition, your own inner knowing, and using that more. Now, some of you can actually thrive by helping others do this, and helping others make it become their everyday living, their reality. So for you, quieting the mind, the going within, you actually really need to do that in your life, whether it's because you're creating, whatever you're doing in your life, you need to go within and commune or connect in with spirit. That's a big part of your life. And I feel like when you go within Soul Light, you have this renewing aspect. There's this renewing part of you. You get renewed. It creates transformation. So you need to have pauses in your day or in your week, or even whatever you're focused on, you need to allow the pauses or create pauses to go within and to center. I do get with this group that there could be a very, like, you could be visionary. You could be getting some kind of messages or dreams, or seeing, again, you're seeing beyond the immediate future. So anything that allows you to integrate, now Spirit's correcting me, you need to start integrating this. If you're not yet integrating this, you need to start integrating this in your life at this time. You need to integrate your spirituality, your intuition, and you will thrive. When you're using your spirituality or looking at things more from a spiritual perspective, you right away start tapping in to universal energies, right? God's source energies, the infinite creative intelligence. So for you, the door to spirit, your spiritual connection, spiritual principles or spiritual path, spiritual understanding, and having a spiritual practice. And Spirit is saying, but you can devise it. It could be walking. It could be a meditation walking. It could be breath work. It could be, when I have trouble or I have a problem, I go to the mountains, or I walk along the beach, or I go meditate at a tree, or whatever, I go into nature, whatever that you're doing, it really taps you in to something beyond the little you, right? Beyond your ego, beyond like human construct. You really do have this ability to refresh and renew yourself, renew you as spirit. You know, this is about really divining. So there's going to be some divination gifts here as well. Okay, just got the message to look here. So where will you thrive and how will you thrive? And you do need peace and calm. So you're going to thrive when you have time to go within, or you have more peace in your life, inner peace, inner calm, or circumstances, situations need to be more calm. This is not a group that does well with drama, by the way, okay? So if you're in that kind of situation, just know that that is taxing on your body, mind, vehicle, the instrument of the soul, right? Okay, so you're here to nurture. So anything that has to do with nurturing is also very, you could also feel more sensitive. So be sensitive to your environment. Okay, 6th house, food, nurturing, sustainability. So anything that has to do with health, whether helping people change patterns or habits, or working with health, mental, emotional, or physical health, you will thrive, whether for yourself or others. And again, the 6th house, some of you could even do with caretaking, nurturing, caring, or professions that have to do with nurturing or caring. You will thrive because you're taking this something more, this spiritual connection and spiritual understanding, and you're bringing it into the everyday. You're bringing it into the earth. In fact, it's always there. So you're just aligning or bringing something to it. So also, I'm going to say health, medicine, holistic health care, alternative therapies, yoga, anything that has to do with also shifting a habit or helping, whether yourself, creating a routine where you have some level of mindfulness and connecting into your intuition. I am hearing for a lot of you, it's daily. You need to do this. This is like a self-care. This self-care or spiritual connection and care taps you into some kind of abundance. It's almost like you need to do this on a regular basis, whether daily or weekly, minimally weekly. It gets you out of little thinking, small thinking. Okay, so anything 6th house, and that is the house of Virgo. So, again, foods, nutrition, health, wellness, those kinds of things are very, I just heard also inspiring for you. They can bring in a new level of inspiration to you. So you can reset soul light by taking care of your mental health, emotional health, physical health. So this is body. You're meant to, first chakra, where you thrive is where you're taking care of your body, where you're taking your humanness, your earthliness, and where you're liking that or loving that, let's say. Okay, where you're. So this is, again, not head in the clouds. This is bring a foundation, create a foundation. Oh wow, look at that. Surrender to the divine, door to spirit. So this also tells me how you thrive is when you're not over worried, or you focus on faith. Because that 6th house also brings in the 12th house of Pisces, right? The house of faith. For you, working with the unconscious, working through dreams, working through contemplation, visioning, but then doing something practical. So you thrive when you're living this connection every day. It taps you into some kind of, I'm going to say, universal abundance. It opens you more to the fullness. So you thrive where you can take time out, where you can refresh, renew, even things like, meditation, yoga, Ishiga, anything that's centering you. It could even be Pilates. I even hear massage or getting some kind of body work done. Now, if you're looking for something to do, these areas would be beneficial for you too. So if you were going to connect in with transcendent states or the unconscious through dreams or meditation or visioning or shamanic work, inner plane journey, you've got to bring it into the practicality. You've got to bring it into the everyday living, like, how can I use this? Or if you're helping someone else, how can they use this? How can you tap more into the abundance, or know that acknowledge the abundance is there in this everyday living? So where you thrive is when you put yourself in situations or allow yourself to be in situations where you feel more fulfilled and to some degree more, I'm going to say more abundant, okay? So abundance is big for you, and nurturing. You know, again, this could even be hospitality, where you're helping others or nurturing others, or working in a restaurant, or even a barista. I mean, whatever you do, if you connect into the caring aspect to what you do, the nurturing and caring, I don't care if that's even real estate or business or you know, finance, you know, trading or whatever. It's that if you tap into that energy, Wheel of Fortune, of care and nurturing, you're going to tap into the abundance. The sun, look at this right off the bat, the star, and you've got the King of Swords and Knight of Wands underneath, seeing beyond. So you definitely like a level of security with that first chakra there, and also Wheel of Fortune, because we have all the fixed signs here, right? You have Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio. And you're aware of cycles. You're aware of having a lot and having a little, or, you know, you're aware of that. You've got the sun, so Leo here, so Leo's twice, and you have the star, Aquarius energy. So I'm going to say with healing, where you thrive is where you can use your ability to heal, transform, or do any kind of, you know, plan, project, or have a lifestyle that it brings nurturing and care, and where you can use your spiritual gifts, your spiritual tools, your spiritual understanding, where you can connect with others spiritually. So this is, it could be so many different ways that you're using this. And you thrive when you maintain that connection, when you renew and maintain that connection. So that connection actually helps you see things more clearly with that King of Swords. So for you, you'll thrive when you meditate, when you go within and feel things out and get the intuitive messages. Only then can you truly move forward or get that insight, that clarity. And some of you, it's very clear. It's very clear insight. There's a level, the clairs I'm getting, the vision, the visionary, telepathic. I'm getting, you know, the ability to vision, to see something, to get your messages, not just to hear them, but to also to see them or see the direction. So for you, being in a calm environment or creating a calm environment, you will thrive. Having a place where you can just check in, check out, attune, right? You will thrive. That's how you move forward, is you've got to have those pauses within different parts of your life to get your own insight, you know, get the intuitive understanding. And I do feel a lot of your healing has been due to spirit or the spirit realm, tapping in spiritual. So this could be spiritual healing. This could even be Reiki. Again, this could be quite literal, or it could be figurative. It could be, you know, somebody I saw the other day selling bouquet of flowers. I went to this cool little cafe, actually in somebody's garage. It's very cool. And then there was this woman in this very cute little van selling, you know, bouquets of flowers. So it could even be doing that, but with the awareness that you have this spiritual connection, or you're giving happiness, joy, helping people beautify. So again, when you will thrive when you're tapping into that level of abundance or your spiritual connection. However, and whatever that means for you, you will replenish. You will stay aligned to the abundance of the universe. Misalignment for you means that you need to go within. So thriving for you is definitely having to do with spirit or spiritual practice, achievement. Okay, let's look at this for the what do you call it? The, oh, I've been doing readings. I'm like so zony. Jera. Oh, look at that. Joy and destiny, mystery. Yeah. So cornucopia is happiness or joy when you let go, when you connect into the mystery. This could be faith. This could be inner knowing. This could be trusting, you know, yourself. This could be trusting something more, a higher power, your higher self. When you do that, you will experience more joy, more peace, more calm, more harmony. You will achieve more. That is part of your path to destiny. So wholeness, holistic health, healing, the idea of wellness, mental health, where meditation, yoga, spirituality can come in there. You will thrive with that type of connection and awareness on your path and reinforcing that, but also in any fields that have to do with that. Okay, now we'll take a soul purpose card. Where will you thrive? Where and how will you thrive, soul light? And let's keep it, you know, for whenever you're seeing this video, because this is going to be the basics for you, but sometimes we go in different environments. Okay, let's see, what do you have here? You're a master of duality, shadow walker, fire rat, light and shadow. So you definitely thrive by integrating your dual nature, maybe even working with others. And again, this could be through healing, through energy work, alchemical healing. You're a master of duality and darkness, so you can use these through the mind to see beyond the duality. You're working with those energies or that frequency, because manifested form always has a duality, right? Electrical, magnetic, masculine, feminine, right? So as you move out of duality, as you use that darkness, which is just the void, which is through meditation. When in meditation, you go beyond duality. When you're seeing beyond, you go beyond the dual nature of things. You see the oneness. So for you, connecting into the oneness connects you into abundance, connects you into joy. And for you, that joy is inner peace. So it's really important that you have a quiet, calm environment, or you create one, or you allow yourself, I don't care if you have to get in your car and go somewhere, if your house is chaotic, you need maybe even having a, what do you call it, a altar or something, okay? Okay, and also for some of you, crystal activator, you intuitively connect and retrieve information from crystals. That to me is telling me the intuition. So you could even do scrying or work with a crystal ball or crystals or cards or astrology. Again, I'm getting with this group a lot to do with divination. So you're either meant to integrate your intuition more on your path right now, or you are, and this is a confirmation, and it's going to be getting stronger. So when we're using our intuition, we go beyond duality. But we have to use duality because that is part of manifested form, is duality. And darkness, going into that void, that potential, that possibility, that is like Pertho, that's like the destiny. So how do you use this times of uncertainty? You meditate to get your answers. You don't get, you center in the chaos. You center in the center of the chaos is the quiet calm, is the insight, is the universal void, is the matrix of the all that is. The void, the potential, the possibility is in the center. So for you, surrendering to a higher power, the higher self, the divine, letting that part guide and lead you, whether it's for your art, creativity, music, your relationships, your relationship to yourself, your own personal life, with other people, whatever you're creating or launching, always go within and get the divine. Connect into divine mind, soul light. That's how you will thrive. Quieting the mind, connecting into divine mind, using that higher mind potential moves you forward. You will always get the intuitive answer, the hit. You train yourself to see beyond the surface reality. And then you anchor that, you bring that into the earth, you use that. Yes, beautiful. Okay, let's get another message for soul story number 1 and closing message, anything. Mercury, there we go, using the mind. Second house, and Mercury in Aquarius. Second house. Yeah, this is your belief. So altering your beliefs, going within. Mercury in Aquarius, getting into universal consciousness, getting in through the collective unconscious, getting in through the spirit realm, getting out of the beta conscious or just the level of the ego. You need to expand into the collective. And then you've got star here. There's the healing there. But with the second house, this means that you have this. This also helps you up level in how you perceive yourself, your value, your worth. There's an up leveling. This can also do with food. Second house is what you take in or ingest. So you will thrive by taking in what really nurtures you, by nurturing yourself, your ideas, nurturing your body, nurturing your mind, bringing nourishment in. So watching what you put in your mind or your body, you don't want toxic substances or less toxicity, less toxic ways of relating or reacting and less toxic relationship. This is really called to move into a co-creative, spiritually soul-connecting relationship. Spiritual connection, soul-aligned, soul-attuned relationships with others, and that's where you will thrive. Anywhere where you can use your mind, your divine mind, or share your insights or what you know or your knowledge, your wisdom, that makes you happy. To bring your ideas into fruition makes you happy. And that's where you will thrive. All right, beautiful soul light. Your Soul Insights mantra is, when I surrender through my higher self, the divine aspect of me, I am guided through life abundantly. That's it. Lots of joy and harmony when you do that. Faith, trust, belief. That's what gets things going for you. Lots of love and light. Let me know how this resonates. If you feel a resonance, I'd love to hype it. Like it, hype it, share the video, and let me know how you're doing. I'd love to read every comment and to connect with you on the soul path. Hello, Radiant Soul Light. My name is Michele. It's great to connect with you. If you happen to be new here, welcome. I hope you'll connect and subscribe and share your own insights and experience in the comments if you feel a resonance. So your soul story number 2, if you've connected with this particular reading and you've got the citrine, the cluster, gathering, coming with others. Now, I left another reading, the Aries, because we have a paradigm shift that's been being set up to happen. And as Saturn is going into, Neptune first into Aries, and Saturn in that Neptune-Saturn conjunction, of course, Pluto in Aquarius, and we know Uranus will be going into Gemini. It's really setting up a new structure, new mindset. And through the chaos, there's this creativity, there's these new forms that are happening. And I feel with you that you really, if you're resonating with this, to some degree, you're kind of have a pioneering spirit, maybe a bridger or a builder. And you thrive where you can use your gifts. You thrive where you can help others, where you can share your gifts. Some of you, it's your plans, it's with clients, it's with customers. Some of you, it's something you create or you make. And so I feel with this soul group, there's this, you really thrive when you can come together. You feel nurtured and nourished when you're coming together with someone. Now, this is Aries, so this is all about you. It's about you, it's about me, it's about, you got daughter romance. Okay, let's see here. All right, what we got here? Put the citrine there, daughter romance, the sun, and woman holding on heart, where you can come together with others. You thrive with great relationships. I feel some of you, one of the ways that you're going to thrive, or you're thriving now, is in partnerships, transformative partnerships, or you're starting to thrive more in your life and transform your partnerships. There's some kind of relationship transformation, especially as the Neptune in Aries. You're going to have a different vision about romance and being more romantic even in your life. connecting in more to the transformative element of life. That there you've got the butterfly there. Whether you thrive when you're making the changes you need and want to, where you deem, like I'm getting with this group, there could be like, it's funny because in my meditation this morning with the guides, I was hearing we don't really reinvent ourselves or invent ourselves. We say it that, we reveal ourselves. So when you can reveal more and more of you, you thrive, and others thrive with you. And I also feel like you might have a knack for that with others. So when you're feeling more romantically connected with life, in other words, loving life, feeling loved, feeling supported, feeling the connection of the people around you, you thrive. This group also thrives in relationship, even if you hadn't had I just heard a serious one or someone for a long time, but you are meant to be, all of us learn from relationship, but some of us have a certain dharma, we come here on a soul level to shift how we relate. And I feel like you're one of those beings that for you, romance is also being romantic with yourself, seeing the magic, the mystery of life is magical, seeing the beauty within yourself, with others, with nature, with just life, with how something unfolds. That allows you to thrive and really emotionally fulfills you, sustains you, renews your spirit, the spiritual aspect of you, and also emotional renewal. So anything for you that's emotionally connecting and fulfilling, you will thrive. Now, Spirit is saying you might have not been in relationship enough. Does that make sense? Yeah, you need to be more, remember, you need to be more in relationship, and you need to allow yourself, you thrive when you let people give to you, even if it's a gift, soul light. Okay, I just heard something about shifting on the DNA. These wanted to come out. I have no idea what they are. Oh yeah, see, look at tender embrace. Look at that. And then you've got a powerful move. Powerful move for this group is going to be being in relationship. You need bringing more emotional connection, bringing more tenderness, openness, vulnerability. Not vulnerable, being vulnerable, open, transparency, more connection in your existing relationships. Just as I said, vulnerability. You thrive when you allow yourself to be seen. Remember I said something about revealing. You don't invent yourself or reinvent yourself. What we actually do when you're consciously on a soul path is you reveal more and more of your true self, your authentic self, your genuine self. So you thrive. You're going to start thriving now because you're going to be revealing. You're going to be exposing yourself more. Your ideas, your motivations, how you feel, your intentions. This group, you thrive opening up. This is all about you. Citrine has to do also with self-value, self-worth, confidence. You thrive when you're confident. You're going to be, this group I'm seeing, this is more, you're about to thrive more by being more confident, wearing that heart on the sleeve, saying what you really believe or think or feel, saying, hey, I like you, or that's cool, or you look great, or wow, I love what you're wearing, or that's a great idea, so you're opening up. You're going to start thriving through more heart-connected relationships, more collaborative relationships, more creative relationships, more connecting, more philosophical relationships where you're kind of meeting, kind of a meeting of the minds and heart. And some of you, this is going to be also through art or music or some kind of creative form, whether you're doing it yourself or watching or observing. And this is a big move for you. You're moving more towards connection, and about your thriving comes from not hiding. Your thriving actually comes from being more natural, more intuitive, more revealing, more authentic, more genuine. You thrive because you actually have a strong connection to your soul. There could be a lot of what I call overlays. There could be some things covering up sometimes due to obviously wounding or just life or conditioning. But as you peel, as you reveal more and more of you, you actually thrive more and more. So you're moving into a phase of starting to thrive more. And some of you, I think you already are kind of doing that. Yeah, look at this. When you treat yourself like royalty, the peacock, when you shine, you share your light, when you shine, when you express yourself. The less censoring you do, soul light, the more you're going to thrive. Okay, let's see if we have one. Woo, lots coming out. I just heard I'm not going to hold myself back. Some of you are starting to make bigger moves. You're taking some chances because you're believing in yourself. You're believing more in your confidence. You're feeling more confident in your life. I just heard, okay, this is interesting. A path to independence. When you're willing to disagree with someone and still love them, or not worrying about being left, you thrive. Let's put this here. Exposed. And when you be more you, you will thrive more being you. More in what you want to create, more and more what you share. Now, if you've been feeling like, I don't know, like a little disconnect from certain people or certain group, whether you're doing something online or in person, or not as engaged or connected to your current circumstances, that's because you're in a shift right now to bring more of this thriving energy. And what I want to share with you is that you're shifting. You haven't yet gone through this change that's coming. So let's see what we got here. So story number 2. How will they thrive? Anything having to do with the heart, connecting with others. Okay, let's see. I'm not taking all those. Let's see. I almost feel like you've been kind of in a little drought and things are about to get really what I call soul juicy. You're about to get, let's see what that was. Yeah, you're about to be loved up. You're about to be fulfilled. You're about to be, whether it's friends or a significant other or new person on your path. Wow, I really like you. Look at this. This is you getting the compliment and going home. Like something you do. It could be online, it could be with the social media, it could be something you're creating or putting out there in the world, but you're going to start getting this reflection back, like you're pretty cool, you're pretty amazing, or that was beautiful, or you look great. Or did you change your hair? I like that. What did you do? Yeah, you're opening up to more compliments. Somebody's going to a little throw you off. Some of you are absorbing it. You're taking it in more. Like, thank you. Wow, okay, I didn't know you thought that of me. Or I didn't know you felt that way. Wow, I've always thought that of you. I always thought you were amazing. Or you're so talented. You're so artistic. Or you know. And then somebody's telling that to you. And you're like, wow, okay. So it's almost like you opened the floodgates so that you can get this nourishment, that you can be nourished. Emotionally nourished, fulfilled, acknowledgement. That's one of the ways that we get our nourishment. Okay, we got the root, 38. Oh, you're rerouting. You've got different new roots. You're rerouting. You're creating a foundation. Roots, new roots for life that have to do with a higher level of self-esteem, confidence, belief in your dreams, your goals, your desire, belief in your plans, your projects, belief in what you're creating, belief in yourself, belief in how your perception is changing. Okay, let's see. This wanted to come out. And then we're going to take that also. Well, we're going to take all these because I feel like you're going forward. Okay, so like your perception of yourself is changing and therefore you're changing deep subconscious patterns. And you might have been told, oh, don't let them think, no, don't let them see you cry, or don't let them see you get emotional, or don't show that hurt you or bothered you, or you might have been told to be so independent, don't rely on them, or you can't rely on anyone, or you're the best one to do this. You are changing at the root level, the root cause. And then we've got Gemini, cross-pollinate, third house. Yeah, you're going to be communicating more. You're going to be reaching out more. This group, you're putting something into circulation, or this could be, again, it could be stepping out more. Some of you, I feel like you're doing something online and you're going to start getting a higher level visibility. Even maybe neighborhood or people around you, or you're going to go somewhere and people are like, hey, don't you do this or that, or I think I saw you on YouTube or Substack, or I saw you on Vimeo, or I saw you on TV, or I saw your video, or I saw you interview, or I think I heard you. Did you do? What do you do? What do you do? I think I heard a podcast with you, or I think somebody interviewed you. What did you do? So yeah, it's very interesting. The more you're able to be seen and expose yourself and just reveal yourself, like you're taking these layers off, you're not inventing or reinventing yourself. You get that out of your head. Get that out of your head. You're revealing. You're seeing yourself more clearly. You're revealing the true you and expressing that as that peacock. And you're starting to get these kind of, you're changing your perception, but you're getting this mirroring back that's very validating and acknowledging and confirming, right? You're also not meant, you're meant to have different pockets or different pods, different groups. It could be smaller groups, but I feel like you're meant to kind of dabble, or you thrive when you're around different groups, different, online or in person, or go to different places, drive to different places, explore different places. You're definitely meant to not stay in one place. Your root is within. So you're able to hop around. You're able to hop around, go around, to not be, what is the message here? You're not meant to be stuck, Soleil. You can change your mind, and that's okay. By growing and learning or have new life experiences, you will change your mind about things, and that's okay. It's almost like also you're more loving of yourself, accepting. There's an appreciation of yourself that's starting to transmit, and that could be why certain people are falling by the wayside or aren't around you as much, or you might find your heart's open, but you're also less tolerant of BS. I feel like you might be speaking a little more bluntly, a little more truthful, and you might even say to someone, oh, this is what I thought or believed before, but no, I kind of changed that. What is that? 9 of Cups. Yeah, the emotional. Okay, let's go that way. 2 of Pentacles. Queen of Cups. Yeah, the emotional aspect. 7 of Pentacles. Okay, it's okay to go within. It's okay to, I just heard take time off or replenish, refill. This is a lot about self-care and nurturing. So again, when you have that self-care and that nurturing, you are replenishing, and that you thrive in that when you don't have to respond or act right away. So for this group, the message for you is you thrive when you don't try to push yourself to know something or do something right away. You've really got to bring it, within. You've got to get the right message, the right perception for you. It's like this inner dialogue or process, whether it's through journaling or going within or just doing more research. So I also am getting the message that you thrive when you can bring your nurturing or care also into the earth, right, into the material plane. So you actually thrive or feel better when you're balanced, when you're not overdoing or not doing enough. So this group, you kind of have to always find this balance, and you could get rebalanced where you are getting a new balance, right? Because maybe through this shifting, and then there's a change, and that can change your focus. That can change where you put your time, your energy, your money, okay? I also feel that, again, this group, anything that takes care, that tenderness, embracing, allows you to thrive. And when you don't push, when you find your own flow and you go with your own flow, when you're more tender, when you're less overly critical with yourself, when you take your emotions into account, your emotional needs and wants, your emotional fulfillment, then you thrive, then you do well. So I do feel security is a big part of this for this group, and one of the things that you're learning, or you've already learned, and this is a confirmation, and you're just reinforcing it, is that the independence, it's interdependence. You can be independent and consciously dependent. Like, okay, I'm going to do X and Y. You're doing Z, NOP. Okay, great. You're doing that. I'm doing AB. Okay, you're doing CD or DE. Okay. So that's one of the things that you've learned this lifetime is to be independent. But now you're also being asked to make sure that independence doesn't become cut off, that you still join with others and connect with it, even if you think you can do it better or you can do it better or you don't need anyone. This is not about isolating. This is about connecting with others independently so that you have a healthy balance of interdependence, a healthy balance of dependence and independence, and that you are having a strong confidence in what you're offering other people, whether in relationship or work, career, job, collaboration, collegial, whatever, that you're seeing what you're putting out or creating is also, it's valuable. You're seeing your value. This is a lot about whatever you've gone through, you're seeing your value. And a lot of you thrive in relationships, so don't poo-poo it. Whatever that means to you, acknowledge that and acknowledge how you are helped and supported in relationship. Or it's time to acknowledge that you don't have to do everything all on your own. Look at that. Generosity, balance, Gibu, the sign of relationship, of support. Support from the higher self, connection to the higher self. Gibu, a gift, support from God. The fates, the universe, source. Boy, this is clear. Destiny. So part of your destiny is to some degree connecting with others and having that support, having that connection, that communication, meeting of the minds. I'm going to say with this group, you thrive in relationship. If you're not partnered now, or if you've just met someone, or if one relationship has just gotten a little bit stagnant, it's about to go to its own next level. Yeah, it's going to bring a victory. So Willow, it's going to bring a lot of healing energy. But for this group, because you do give so much also, as you understand how much you give just by showing up and being you, by just being you as you are, you're going to recognize that you give a lot, and so it's okay for you to receive. It's okay for you to receive, Soulite. All right? It's okay to receive. So let yourself receive more, whatever that means to you. It doesn't put you in a position of vulnerability or over vulnerability. It's more, vulnerability to me is just more open and porous to the universe. It's not about even to another person. It's just, and also you thrive when you can express yourself more openly and completely. So you're moving into a phase of thriving more. Some of you are kind of there, but I feel like most of you are on the way there, and you're getting there. And the key to it, to some degree, is being more real with yourself, more genuine, authentic. And, oh, wow, look at this. So light. You have committed to a sacred union. So this is really about some kind of relationship coming in for you, or you're drawing in this partnership, or you're recognizing that you can commit to a plan, a project, a creativity, a job, a career. You can commit to a person. You can commit to a goal, a dream. You can commit to a project. You can be committed to. So you have committed to a sacred union. That's part of your destiny here with Gibu here and Pertho, which is destiny, mystery. It's what we can't see, but it's part of our path, and it brings in this victory. So if you've thought, I meant to be on my own, I meant to be alone, no, you actually thrive in relationship. You actually thrive when you're committed to something, inspired. When you follow through, when you say, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do this, and I do it, and you're kind of waiting. So definitely new relationship coming to this group. Let's see, what else do we take? Another one, commitment. I don't know if there's another one for you, but I definitely feel with daughter romance and oh, look at this, sharing you. Your lived experiences are unique and meaningful. Share your stories with others. This is the exposure and reveal. So when you're sharing yourself, when you're sharing your gifts, let's put this here. When you're sharing you, whatever and however you want to share, this is just, you're moving into a phase of sharing more. Sharing yourself more, sharing your ideas, your plans, your projects, just sharing more, sharing your story. Some of you could be written. It could be that you're posting something or writing something. Some of you, it's definitely verbal when you're connecting with people, that you're just sharing, like you're revealing more of yourself, like, hey, yeah, I went through that, or I had this story. I mean, I'm big on that. I love stories. I love telling little stories. In fact, some of my clients, especially the young adults and children I work with, they always say, hey, Michele, you got a story about this? Tell me a story so I can understand that better. So I love that kind of mentoring, apprenticing. So maybe that's something for you. It's like sharing your story more, sharing your life experience more, and you're definitely going to have the relationships to do that, that are committed to a passion, a project, creativity, that are committed to you. So this is a time to really open up to more sharing yourself and your experiences in life and being shared with. Okay, soul story number 2. Sun, and you have the sun there. I love when this happens. Meaningful coincidence. Oh, sun in Aquarius, 12th house. Well, that tells me with destiny and generosity here, Gibu, with destiny, that you're going to be connecting with people that you have a strong spiritual connection, maybe a similar part on the soul path or similar soul resonance, similar type soul experiences, learning lesson, gifts. And you're entering a time where you're going to thrive through these relationships, whether you feel that they're people from the past or past life, or you feel other dimensional or other planetary, like, oh, I feel I'm from Pleiades, me too, or I really love Sirius, or yeah, I really connect to 3i Atlas, or I really love astrology, or, I really love, whatever it is. You're going to start connecting with more and more people that are similar to you. And that is a definite part of your path. It's part of your destiny. It's fated. So you're going to have a lot of fated or destined relationships come in. And some of the relationships that you have now, Soul Light, you're going to see that they are fated. They are destined. Like, wow, I grew so much because of this person or with this person, or I can really be myself with this person. Or for some of you, it's like, oh my God, now I know why this person's in my life. Or now I know why I'm in their life, or we're in each other's lives. So you have a lot of destiny fated relationships. And it's going to change your whole perception on life and relationship and how you're showing up. And I do feel like if you've been in relationships before that haven't really been there for you, or there's been betrayal, I'm not seeing any of that, by the way. I feel like that's cleared up. You're getting some really great relationships, and that's going to help you thrive in your life at this time. Okay, so Soul Light, your Soul Insights mantra is, it is safe to completely be me and being my soul's unfolding. I feel inspired to reveal my inner knowing and my life experience. And then for some, the second part is, I am attracting loving, supportive, and abundant soul-connected relationships. All right, Soul Light, let me know how this resonates for you. I was trying to make these a little shorter, but this is a Patreon, it was going to be a Patreon exclusive. So I don't know, it may, if you don't get, it may go to the Patreon community first, but this was polled and asked for, and I hope it brings some inside awareness, and I think it's kind of fun to see where and how you thrive right now. All right, lots of love and light. Hello, Soul Light. Welcome to your reading. This is Soul Story number 3. Wow, okay, let's see. I've really been enjoying this reading. So let's see what you've got here. You've got Aragonite. So you're thriving where you're problem solving or getting through something, or maybe building, creating something, bridging. You've got the door to personal happiness. I feel like even if it's for you, before I even get the cards out, I'm getting, even if you're remodeling or redoing something, you like to create like a sacred space or particular space. I feel like even, whether you're in a studio, a flat, 25,000 square feet of something, 5,500, you make it your own. So you thrive where there needs to be an externalization of your happiness or your kind of inner state. So you could have a lot of things around you that maybe remind things that you love, maybe of nature or traveling, mementos. You do have like a sentimental aspect to you. Okay, let's see what we got here. We got door to personal healing and happiness, the magician, the mirror. Oh, caring connections. Okay, door to personal happiness. Well, relationships are definitely important to you, but you want to create, you want to make something happen in your life or make something better. Now, this could be renew, remodel, changing something up. This could be your hair, makeup. This is going to be what you clothes or weight or, working out and getting really thin, putting on a lot of weight, no weight. I don't know. You kind of change. You like to change things up. And for some of you, it is the body. It could be clothing. It could be styles. It could be things that you're into. Oh, now they're into this. Oh, they're into that. Oh, I know that. Oh, they're into this. You could do deep dives of stuff and dive into something maybe, and also research. You thrive where there's some kind of level of research. But you definitely like to share with people, and I feel like relationships are important to you, that there's this aspect maybe of bringing people along. Like this could be also during certain seasons, or you might celebrate certain things, birthdays, anniversaries, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever, Kwanzaa, whatever, all of the above, holidays, vacation. I definitely feel you thrive in, I heard demarcation, marking it, like marking a passage of time when you confirm something, when you acknowledge something, or you validate something, or you get acknowledged or validated. This could be through birthdays. This could be just through certain types of achievements. Now, you are here to come here and help people problem solve or create something or build or bridge using your energy in a very focused way. Now, this could be your vitality. This could literally be your energy. This could also be your know-how, where you're taking what you learned, what you studied, or your life experience, or what you went to university for, or a trade school, or healing school, or astrology study. Whatever you've studied, you're meant to take that and have some kind of practical application, and you will thrive at that. So one of the things that I'm being shown, so like the message I'm getting from Spirit and Source, is that whatever you learn, you're meant to do something with it. It could also be thriving with teaching and helping. And whether this is children or adults, or whether this is through something that you put into the world, I just heard a publication, or you could even be writing or doing, what is it called, like a column or something like that. But giving is part of in building, creating, manifesting is part of your happiness. That's in your little happiness bubble, is creating better realities or new realities, updating, remodeling, building, maybe even bridging to some degree, but a builder here, tradesman. This could be creating something. Do you make jewelry or paintings, or write songs and record them? This is also working with others and bringing joy to others by something you make and or create. I suppose it could even be cooking, but it's definitely making something that has to do with what are you making? What are you creating in your life? And sharing that with others. So for you, it's not enough to just have what you do. You need to share it with others. You need to share what you do with others, or make it available to others. So this is like not writing a song. This one wants to come out and not doing anything. Engage the heart to heal, carrying connections. Well, there we go again. Oh, that came out twice. Return to your center, earth sheet. get with this group that you could be, whatever you do, there's this coming back to yourself. You could expend a lot of energy and love doing it, like getting a lot done, a lot of to-dos, a lot of travel, a lot of visiting, a lot of something. There's a lot that you're kind of managing, or maybe a lot of responsibility, but you thrive when you also return to your center, when you go to that place of renewal for you to recharge. So when you're doing things because you love doing it and you want to share, you want to help people, and having less attachment, but like, okay, I want to share this, I want to give this, I want to create this. I really feel like some of you could be making something or creating something. It could be a service as well, that when people get it, you're like so happy. It's like, oh, they bought this, or they used this, or I created this and they're using it. Even around the house, I feel like you could up level or make things better, you know, or fix something. You could be fix it, and you fixed it and somebody notices, oh, they fixed it. Oh my God, it looks so much better. Or it's so much better. Or I'm so glad it's fixed now, you know, or that's taken care of. Okay, I just heard Dynasty, Diane. Wow, okay, let's just see what we got here. Wow, that one wants to come out. The power of purpose. Oh, purpose with the heart. When you are giving, that's part of your purpose. When you're sharing, when you're creating, when you're connected to your purpose, yes, a sense of duty, a sense of purpose, a sense of service, a sense of helping, assisting, a sense of being there for others, or when others are there for you as well. That is, you feel this happiness. You thrive by connecting to your purpose and understanding your purpose. So for this group, for the more that you understand your purpose, which is just how and where you express your soul experience, your soul expression, which is the authentic, true you. So whatever you're doing, like we all, like I do readings and I do it my way. But readings are not my purpose. That's just one way that I express my purpose. Because a lot of people do readings. A lot of people do a lot of things. You know, there's thousands of people that do what we do. It's just how you do what you do is connecting to your soul's purpose. So the more that you connect into that kind of magician within, this is a perfect time for you to do this at this reading, you're connecting into your power purpose. Wow, I just feel like this endless possibilities with your purpose. This group is very creative and a lot of manifesting, and this is also like not wallowing in something. You thrive when you allow yourself to move through something, when you allow yourself to create, when you allow yourself to join with others, when you know, whatever it is that you're needing to do, when you allow yourself to take time off, when you allow yourself to go within, when you allow yourself the self-care, the nurturing. So for you, it's like really tapping into this kind of power source energy, this magician energy. It's like, oh, need more sleep, going to take some time off. Oh, need to get out there more. Oh, need to call friends. Need to see the family. Oh, haven't seen these people for a while. Let's have a dinner or dinner party. You see what I'm saying? For you, initiating and taking action in something in your life is really, really good. You thrive. And also when you look more at the possibilities and get out of the what ifs, when you move into what is actually happening in your life, what you're actually experiencing, what the true experience is in your life, and you see it as only one option, that there are more possibilities, like adjacent possibilities, you thrive. So for you, looking at the possibilities, now one of that is collaborating. Okay, let's see what we got here. So light, Aquarius energy. Yeah, looking at the possibilities through that Aquarian lens and not being limited. You thrive when you don't overly focus on the limitations. When you focus more on your passion, your purpose, your soul's purpose. When the purpose, the reason you're doing something, when you focus on that. Okay. Venus, beloved. Yeah, when you focus more on what it is you love to do. Yeah, let's put these here. So for you, focusing on your purpose, what's your intention? That focus of your intention. Focus on what inspires you and put that into inspired action. Follow through. Your soul gets happy when you go through the challenges, when you bounce back. Resiliency, bouncing back, helping others do the same. Looking big picture, not getting stuck in the small picture. Yeah, bouncing back, moving forward, whatever that means to you, bouncing back, moving forward, looking at the big picture, transforming your world, creating some level of transformation, whether personally, individually, or within a group or within a company. So you would thrive in helping someone transform, or an individual, a group, a community, an organization, working with transformation, making something better, more ideal. For some of you, this could even be health or healing or wellness of some type. But it's also, you thrive when you see the potential, the possibility. You thrive. I see some of it as the goodness. You thrive when you see where things can go. And you focus more on that. Okay, this is door to personal healing. Okay, and happiness. That's what I thought. Because I am getting healing ability. Maybe even energetics, or I don't know, it could be acupuncture. It could be working with crystals or ley lines or crystalline grid. It could be working with chakras, vortices of energy. For you, when you are working from that level of the energy aspect, which means homeopathy could be good for you, rock flower remedies. I don't know why I'm going to take one of these cards. I'm getting a message. That's what I thought. You need to know that prosperity. Yeah, you're very close to achieving a goal, Soul Light. You thrive when you win, when you overcome a challenge. You thrive when you bounce back. You thrive when you feel resilient, prosperity. You thrive when you manifest, you create something, you work on something and it comes to fruition, or you help others do that. And I don't know why I'm feeling these moon cards for you, but you thrive when, step out of your comfort zone, North Node. When you have new territory, right? We have Aries here, moon in Aries. So you're going to thrive when pioneering spirit, trying something new, learning something new, when you're curious, when you're exploring, when you're researching, either on your own or with others, or you come up with a solution. Hey, I got the solution, gang, or let's try this, guys. Oh, I think this could work. So that's part of your purpose, is to some degree either creative solutions or problem solving, making something work, figuring out how to do something, make something, create something, how to have it happen, work within a budget. I mean, this can be just a lot of different ways. So I feel like this group has a very transformative energy around you. I feel like there's a higher level of transformative energy, that you have that ability to self-sustain or help others, or through projects or plans or within a group or organization. The idea of, I'm just getting transformation, or solving the problem, or getting the creative solution, or creating a solution. This could bring in some kind of invention. Now, what is this here? King of Swords, well, there's that mental realm, mental power. Three of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. Eight of Swords. Yeah. How to get out of a pickle. How to get out of something. Two of Cups. Either getting the little you and the higher you, the divine you, or following through, or analyzing, then using your intuition, or using the higher mind. So you have a way, cooperation, support. You could thrive in gathering others, giving others, a task to do, whether friends or family members, children, within a group, like, okay, you do that, I'll do this, you do A and B, I'll do C and D, so this kind of Aquarius is kind of coming together with a shared purpose or focus, or taking your purpose, your soul's purpose, your soul mission, and aligning with others, gathering with others, and to solve problems, to create a solution or connect to a creative solution, problem solving, creating, making something more sustainable, putting loving care and focus into it, having an intention and then following through. So you are really here to kind of build something new, to create. You may find you do a lot of building either by your trade, or maybe you find yourself having to build up or build back up or build something that allows you to be more sustainable in your life. Let's look at the rune cards here, Soulite. Yeah, I just heard you do it with care. There's whatever you're creating, you're doing it with care. Okay, these cards fell out. Okay, let's try that again. Working with others, or working with others in mind. Like, who's my group? Who's my audience? Who am I doing this for? Like, I'm baking cookies. Okay, it's for my nieces and nephews. They love this kind of cookie, peanut butter cookie or peanut butter chocolate chip. Okay. So-and-so's coming over. They love soup. I'm going to make some soup. So this is whatever work that you do, that having the caring connection and working with others for in a shared goal. Well, all of these came out. Look at that. Awakening, breakthrough. Yeah, helping others with a breakthrough, or creating your own breakthrough by working through something. And then you keep at it, and then all of a sudden you break through. The obstacle's gone. The problem is solved. Laguz, using your intuition also. So this, to me, also 2 cups is logic and reason and intuition and feeling. Letting your intuition, like, you might look at the problem. Okay, let's have a meeting about it. Let's think about it. You got the King of Swords with that, right? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. You've got Aquarius. So it could be taking your problem-solving abilities, or the ability to create solutions or find creative solutions, and joining with others, whether in your own life personally or professionally. And then you've got achievement, life cycle. So you like to create, you like to achieve, you like to build something. You like to remodel. You like to bring something into form. You build something that perhaps wasn't there before. Build it up from scratch. That could be launching something. That could be a house, a home. That could be an office. That could be, taking a room in your house and remodeling it, or create, this is going to be my sacred space, my space for my sound bowls and meditation, or this is my workspace, or this is my space to consult or see clients, or whatever it is. But there is this transformative element for you that you have within you, awakening, breakthrough, transformation. And it's the ability to work through, step by step, obstacle by obstacle, to get out of circumstances, and you do the best in your circumstances. Because 8 of Swords is not always, the 8 of Swords traditionally, and when we esoteric studies of the tarot, is the blindfold. Anytime in tarot you see the blindfold, it's not that we don't see. What it's telling us is you won't be able to see this with your ego. You have to use your intuition, and you got intuition here in the space of the action to take. Now, the other thing is you've got water, and anytime you have water, that's intuition, or the emotions, connecting to the feeling. So if you overthink, you are going to get yourself tied up or wrapped up. You can't get out of this except by the magician, by the intuition, by moving into that evolutionary process of yourself, by that flash of insight, that understanding. Not by staying stuck in linear thinking, in looped thinking, where you're going round and round and round with doubt or trying to make something happen. Your key is connecting in to your intuition, that your healing energy, your healing ability to shift, even if it doesn't seem logical. It's like, well, this doesn't seem logical, or this doesn't seem right. But your intuition, Soulite, will guide you. Okay, let's see what we got for the Soul Purpose card. Get more information for Soul Story number 3. Whoa, there we go. Flyers. Not taking those. Got 2. Everybody gets 2. Oh, Divine masculine, honoring sacred masculinity, clarity and confidence. So that magician, it is more the male principle. It's about initiating. So initiating to create the achievement, the manifestation, the project, whatever you're wanting to bring into fruition, to have an achievement, you've got to do something with what you receive intuitively. Oh my God, so light. Look at that. You saw it fly out. I love that. You got divine feminine and divine masculine. Honoring the ways of the sacred feminine, cycles of rebirth. This is you, divine feminine and divine masculine. Wow. That could be you here, the masculine and the feminine. That's pure creative energy, is the masculine and the feminine. The divine masculine, the divine feminine. The anima and animus in Jungian terms. The spirit, the animating energy, the ability to go within. The male aspect, the going within, the divine feminine, the animus, the anima. And animus, the divine masculine. The anima, the divine masculine, the animus, and the divine feminine. Yeah, connecting the anima mundi, the oneness, unus mundus, anima del mundi. So there is something about you, like maybe these possibilities, the wheel, that for you, you thrive when you kind of, tapped into your soul nature, your solar nature, your spirit to like create. When you tap into that infinite creative intelligence, the I am, like, okay, I'm going to try this. I believe I can do, I believe, or I'm not certain, but I know I've changed my life before. I've created a better life before. I've transformed. I've healed. So you're really being asked to really move into, changing, some of you changing direction. So you thrive when you're waking your intuition, when you're creating that breakthrough, when you keep going and going and you feel like you're tied up, you can't go on anymore. Connect to your higher self, and then all of a sudden, boom, breakthrough. All of a sudden, achievement, validation, acknowledgement, the money's there, it's there. It's, wow, I created it. Look what I created. So it's important for you to pause and say, look what I've created. Look how far I've come. Wow, that's interesting. The divine feminine and divine masculine. So you've got to honor the ways of your intuition, but also achievement. This is, you thrive when you're also focusing on the outer world, material possessions, material creations, manifesting, bringing things into form, but also the intuitive, connecting, communing with spirit, feeling, recognizing, understanding, and feeling you're connected to the all that is, the interconnected. But also being on the earth plane, right? You got earth sheep. So coming from the heart, but you're here to create, you're here to manifest, you're here to build, you're here to launch, you're here to make something happen, you're here to be in commerce and business. But doing it connected to your spirit soul, doing it connected to your intuition, using your intuition with what you do, integrating your intuition. That gets you out of what you can't see. And you thrive with that soul light. All right, amazing soul light. Let's get a little bit here. Astro Dice for soul story number 3. Where and how do you thrive? That's how you thrive. Where? Mercury. King of Swords. Mercury in Aquarius. So this could be Aquarius. You could be Aquarius or have Aquarius placements in your chart. In the first house, again, Aries energy. So Mercury in Aquarius, seeing beyond limitations, not getting caught up in trauma, processing all that stuff and then moving on, going to the breakthrough. Mercury in Aquarius isn't so much focused on the outcome. You have an outcome in mind, but you're not overly attached. You're bonded, but not enmeshed. And so Mercury in Aquarius can be fixed, could be a bit, stubborn and not wanting to take in new information or move out of a comfort zone, but you're meant to do that. But Mercury in Aquarius is big thinking. It's moving more into the possibilities, infinite creativity. So you're meant to see that as your view, the first house, right? You've got 1 here, which is Aries. So what really helps you and opens the door for your happiness and your healing is that Aquarian thinking. A little bit of dispassion, but inspired action, optimism, Aquarius, cutting through what isn't working. Don't be overly attached and enmeshed. Connect, have those caring connections. Have a beloved, or many beloveds, or whatever, those loving connections, and the Two of Cups. But you've got your thing to do, soul light, and it's all in you, divine feminine, divine masculine. You got your thing you got to do. You got to bust through. You're thriving. You got to bust through. You got to create. You got to make it happen. You got to share. You got to thrive. And so this is about you doing more you and doing in your particular way. So think very Aquarian right now. I mean, there could be some Libra energy too with that Two of Cups and King of Swords, but it's also getting more into that kind of Einstein thinking, Aquarius thinking of others, thinking big picture, thinking of groups and communities. Where are we going? Thinking future. Where are we going? How can I help? How can I lend a hand? How can my soul purpose, my power, my purpose is where we're going. What are we going to do? Let me help you. Let me clear it up. Let's create this, build this. Let's do. When you stay in those realm of possibilities, you are thriving. And that is your soul insights mantra is, when I feel connected to my soul through my higher self and I stay in the realm of possibilities, I am thriving. And I am connected to the power of my purpose. All right, beautiful soul, let me know how this unfolds for you. Like, subscribe, hype the video if this really helped you a lot. Share in the comments your life experience and what are you doing? How are you manifesting this powerful purpose, energy in your life? I'd love to know. Shine bright.